Wait, it didn't run. I'm in the Steam house. Why am I in the Steam house? Why am I in the Steam house? Hello, people. Oh, I have to set up the window capture for the actual game so that I don't start playing and you guys are like, what the hell? Okay. Why do you not? Oh, because it's not started. Play. Okay, there we go. There we go. I believe you will be able to see the game now. It is always good when people can see the video game. Let me do some cable unwinding here. Hello from Poland. How's it going? You know, I should actually go to Poland sometime just to visit. I've been through the Warsaw airport, but not actually to anywhere. Okay. Okay. There's my controllers. They are here. So somebody who works at Valve told me that the large hand setting for the controllers is actually the opposite one from what I would have assumed. So we're trying with a different controller setting, and I'll see if it's less agonizing to pull the triggers. But I still think the triggers on these controllers are badly designed, and if I play a lot more VR games, I might do something where I like epoxy extensions onto the triggers to make them more usable for me. Yeah. All right. Continue. Chapter 5. We're in chapter 5 of 783. Look at how much city there is that we haven't been to. Except we're probably just going to that spaceship in the middle. And then we're going to deep Zen outer space. Okay, so that's where I came from. I remember that. And I guess we're going down now. I got my nades. I got my pistol situation. Or wait, no, did I come from this level? I came from this level. I think. Because I was chucking the nades from that thing down. And I wasn't sure whether to go up or down, and I guess the answer is we could try both. Downstairs was where the spawner was. Dude, I could make such a cool VR puzzle game. Oh my god. Okay, so we can keep going up, clearly. That seems like the way forward. So let's go down for a second. Employees only. Okay, well, this was pretty useless. More boring looting. Boring looting. Boring looting. Okay. Great. So glad Why are you having a cat? Oh, because you're eating one of those guys. Why won't this go in my backpack? That was weird. Oh, it's one of these. Well, we don't need that right now. So I guess those guys are down on the ground floor just to be scary down there. Or maybe I should actually go down there. Like, I don't remember seeing a jump down point. So I feel like there's not really a reason to go down there or a way. Maybe we get there eventually from the other side. I don't know. Okay, so we probably... Oh, we can. Okay. Well... So do I give up my nades? What do I do? Let's use one of these, because why not? And then we'll carry the other one with us. With this uncomfortable trigger. For a while. Where am I in the room? Where am I in the room? I'm getting all tangled up already. All right. They sure have a lot of this bronze pot with the really good BRDF. Wait a minute. My chair. I left my chair in the room. The VR scanner space does not know about my chair. Alright. Alright. Well. Oh, it says exit right over there.
There's a combine shield blocking your path.
I'll figure out how to shut it down.
Like, can they just let me observe that there's a shield and deal with it, please? All right. Like, I would like to use my brain in this game. Well, so in this case, we don't have conspicuous cables like we often do. Let's step back a second and look. I mean, we have the giant cable. But it's, okay, this is weird because the glowies are flowing out of the shield, which doesn't seem right. But I think that means they want me to go down to the ground floor and shut off the power for it, is what that means. Like, that's why there's this whole elaborate setup. See? Now, why they have the power beamies going the other way, I don't know. But, you know, yeah. Oh, it goes along the ceiling there in the area where I was. Whoops. Maybe I should have been more... Oh no, it's not here. Where'd it go? Okay. Well, So that looks like an openable door. So I kind of do want to get down there. Oh, I can go down. Okay. We knew it. So we're going to prime one of these. Chuck it there. Gonna grab a freshie. Alright. Oh, I get a machine gun now.
That combine weapon's unbonded.
How are you sure?
It's still in the case. They never leave them in the case.
Nice.
I didn't even need to edit your genetic code.
I know. You would love that.
That's okay. There'll be a next time.
Oh. I didn't know it would fire as soon as I put the thing in. How many ammos do I have? Of course, it's not ever going to give me ammo for this either. So... I don't want to waste. Like, how do I know? Maybe ammo, human ammo readout is an upgrade or something. Yeah, I can't do anything with this probably. All right. I mean, there's all these things I can't use. So that's on the right. Oh, it's a gun case with a little light there. Whoa. I forgot how to play. Okay, drop the clip, load the clip. The magazine. Clips are what civvies wear in their hair. That was called a magazine. Okay.
Out of mags.
Out of mags. I should have just chucked a nade in there because I can't really use all these nades that I have. All right. Multi-tool. 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 Does whatever a multi-tool. Let's play games for 3-year-olds. Okay. Ammos. So does that just take one at a time? I imagine I can't like multi... Oh. It says 17 out of 90. Ugh, that's not so good. I can't... Alright, so I'm going to have to drop this mag. Like, how does it... I don't know. Something happens when you put it in. How do I aim this thing? There's no sight on it. All right. How are we doing in chat? Everything good? Everything good? Good. Okay, great. I saw somebody said good. All right. Look at all the ammo. They really want me to use the new weapon. Hey, why don't you guys give me some shotgun shells? Because I still haven't used the shotgun like at all. Multi-tool. Multi-tool. Does whatever a multi-tool. Okay, well the big ass cable goes. Does it go back there? Are you gonna make me move all these boxes? Oh, emergency main power shut off. Now watch, something bad's gonna happen when I pull this. Yep.
Oh, man.
All right. Like Half-Life, the things where they try to be scary doesn't really work that well because, like, it's just not that scary. Like, all right, guys. So I don't know how to get up, of course. I should have scouted that out. I also, oh, it's going to be over here. How do I, no. You don't ever have to drop a mag. Okay, see, that was not, oh wait, okay, I just needed to pay more attention to the elevator, I guess. Or maybe this was closed. I bet this was closed before. Ow. I took 1 point of damage. That was scary. I should have dodged. I just didn't want to fall. But I realize now that I'm pretty... I took another point of damage. $19. How do I get more rounds in there? I need to get extended magazine. Okay. And I guess I should wait to shoot the guys till they're about to pounce and whatnot. Come on, jump at me. Right now, jump at me. Nope. Don't go over there. I tried to shoot him when he was flying at me. Didn't work. Wait, did I go up the board? Where even am I? I thought I went up the board. No. I'm trying to go across. Trying to go across. All right. I guess I'm shooting these guys when they're close, and I'm getting a little bit of like H.R. Giger's alien acid spray on myself. Is that what's happening? That guy's dead. How many more mags do I have for this? At least one. So I've got 2 more shots here. The thing is, there's an inexhaustible supply of these guys. All right. How do I get up? Open Sie. There. Wait, that's different from before, isn't it? Jump at me. Don't at me, bro. Damn it. I don't know why I was having problems reloading that. I had to spend a precious shotgun shot. Alright. Look, there's a bug squish machine. I can refill my 1 point of damage. This should have people attack you while your hand is stuck in the bug squish machine. That would be cool. That's what I would do if it was my game. 21. Oh, it went behind. My health that I don't need is now... It's like a silver vase.
Those combine shield doors are effective for letting him.
There's going to be a boss battle because they're giving me a lot of nades right there, I think is what those are. It's electro dudes. I'm not going to shoot them because it's scripted. Probably. Let's save because why not? Let's play memory game. No, it's not memory game, it's other game. Like what? Oh, look at all the things. They're actually giving me things for my guns. It's kind of astonishing. Like, if somebody can just patch that out of the game, please. Okay, I can't load that until I put them in my pack and then take them out.
Control stack.
Alright. Oh, it's already racked. Okay. Alright. It's a battery doohicker. Maybe I should have chucked an aid down there. So the problem with this location is it's just a bunch of the same I don't really feel like I'm making progress. Like they put the floor numbers, like I'm on the 5th floor and stuff, but it's just a bunch of frickin' hotel rooms. You know what I'm saying? All right, yeah, I maybe should have chucked a nade. Let's go. Let's do that. Let's chuck a blue juice nade at him. Oh, God, game. Fuck. See, this is why I hate throwing stuff in VR. All right, we'll try this nade. Where did it go? What just happened? Ladies and gentlemen, the future of video games. All right, third nade. Let's put it in my right hand, since my right hand chuck a nade was better. That nade didn't hit them at all, so that's great. I guess I should have tried chucking it through the window. I just wasted 3 nades that I've been carrying for like an hour on that. Oh, I should go through there, since it seems obvious the way forward is the other door. Oh, I should have just gone here and chucked it down. I just wasn't clear that this was going to be safe, I guess. Might as well. Might as well now. Can I go? I can jump down there. But I should go open the door, because the door is over there. And I do want a retreat zone. Oh, dude. All right. That was worth it. Oh, this is... I see. This is not the door, so I do have to go the other way. I thought that would, like, open this door for some reason. All right. GG's. So it's just trying to tell me, hey, there's 2 of these bugs down here. And you know by now that those are power bugs. So, you know, hubba hubba. And you don't want them to crawl into this dead body here. No, that thing. Drop mag, put mag. I should just be in the habit of dropping the mag out halfway, but maybe that makes it more complicated. So the problem is, I'm going to start shooting the guys. They're going to script their waypoints back into here and get into this radiation suit dude. And I'm going to be very unhappy with that. Okay, some things are happening. The ground is moving. What just happened? Oh, Electro Man. What happened to that? tank that I dropped. I should have dropped it in the room because I thought I was going to have access to it. Alright. We're good. Oh god. Wait. Bro! Don't run to my feet. He's gonna go find that other body. See, it just fucking... There's a stupid achievement for this. For squeezing this. Alright. How many bullets? 0. Alright. Oh, I don't... Wait, what? Games for
That dog come back
noobs.
again, Alyx.
Yeah. This one was kind of rough.
You're all
Not
right?
really, honestly.
Yeah, Russ. I'm good.
Well, we've got to get you out of here and up to the roof.
I'm working on it.
This game is for noobs. I need to figure out how to aim this. Oh, is that? I guess that's the sight right there. All right. At least they're giving me a weapon that I could use, which is kind of them. So I need to... Oh, that's where it was. I ran right past it. I was looking for a hallway, and this is the hallway, so... GG's. I tried to plan ahead and didn't. But it didn't matter, because those were very easy bosses once you know how they behave. So that probably lets me out. If I do doohickeys with my doohickey, right? Oh my god, shotgun shells. All right. I mean, I guess if you play on higher difficulty, that's the thing, that's the play. I don't know. Oh, I need 2 to get out? Then what about the one upstairs? I don't like this. Maybe I need to pull one out of one of the machines from upstairs. Oh, wait. Yeah, see, I need... that one. First-person shooter puzzle. Oh, wait, that's not even the right... Why is there no blue light special? What's going on? Is this not... I mean, well, it's glowing. It just says green red up here. What? I'm always at the edge of the room, bro. Like... I mean, it's got a power. It's blue. Like... Maybe it just doesn't want to accept these? Why would they let me do this if it doesn't want to accept these? See, now it's not glowing. So I kind of don't know what to think about this. Now it is. It's just not glowing blue. Maybe it's a different color intentionally, and this isn't the problem. Like, I don't know. Oh, is it the blue one is off, maybe? Like, hold on. Is this one connected to that one? I thought this one was connected to that one. Oh, this is this one, right? Okay. So, okay, that was weird because the cable was bright enough that I thought it was on. So the puzzle is that I need to get that one upstairs and not this one. Or maybe I power this one from... Yeah, no matter what. Okay, so I need these two. So the trick is, how do you get out? And note how there's no line of sight between standing outside the door to there. So I can't like snatch and grab it from there, but I can just from up in that room. So I don't know, like, so I grab this one. That was weird. I thought the blue cable was on, but it wasn't. You have to look for the glowies, even though the glowies don't always go the same direction. Oh, let's reload this. Knew there would be something back there. Ugh, come on, bro. Okay, the ground height is miscalibrated slightly. So, like, my hand is on the ground right now of my actual space. It is several inches higher than the in-game space. Okay. That's going to make problems if I need to crawl under things. I might need to, like, go redo room setup, which is ass. But, you know, it is what it is. I feel tall. All right. I feel tall. Feel tall. At least it didn't get rid of my nade. That's good. Many games would have ditched this nade right there. God, somebody patch this out. Jesus. I don't even know what happens. Like, I did hit a red thing at least once, but it didn't seem to have a penalty, which was weird. Like, I don't know if it just silently gives you worse loot, which would be very strange. Oh, now we're up to 4. That doesn't at all make this longer and more tedious. It totally makes it more exciting. Okay, 4. Wow, 4 is where the excitement begins. That one at 2 or 3, it's just not. But 4, bro, 4. Notice how it's still not giving me shotgun shells for some reason. Hello, we're way up, and we cannot step on this ledge, even though the game required us to step on a ledge before to go forward. Now we cannot, because video games.
All right, here it is.
Now just snip those cables and off we go.
I don't see any way to disconnect the cables in here.
That's the game telling you don't keep punching on the machinery. They probably added that after playtesting. Which, like, you know, is what it is.
This isn't going to be as easy as it looks from the ground.
Did it look easy from the ground?
Nice.
There you go!
Security alert.
Dude, this is like a Myst game all of a sudden.
Great. Now go inside and deactivate the power source.
Like, what? Why was I... Alright, go inside. He didn't mean inside here, I guess. Like, why are there no City 17 defenders angry that I just did bad things? I don't really know. Can't climb on that. Can't climb on that, even though it looks like you would. Cannot go down. By disconnect the power source, did they mean the one in there? No, because there's a safe room there. I don't frickin' know what they want me to do here. This is the problem with linear games. With non-linear games, it's okay to not know, because then you can do something else. You can make progress in a different direction. With a linear game, you end up killing your game because, like, people get stuck on stuff like this that you think is obvious, and then you just keep having to remove more and more of the game until nobody gets stuck, right? I guess they did mean this. I mean, I don't really see a big red button in here. See, what would have been good here in this game, so this is a fairly complex, like, facility thing, sort of. What would have been good for character building and all this, instead of all these little one-liners they keep doing, is like, if I come over here, and then Alyx describes what she's seeing over the radio, and he's like, oh, that's a whatever, that's not the right thing, but you might be able to find something relevant to the right of it, and then you look to the right. You know, like an actual, more of a back and forth that's not like a just dumb help for stupid people, but that's like what the characters would actually be doing in this situation. Right now, none of that is happening. It's just I'm walking around with no idea what to do, and etc. So, great. I mean, why can I not use my multi-tool to find the power source that they claim is somewhere, right? Okay, I'm back inside, everybody. Like, this is all, like, this very conspicuous door is all I could think, but there's no, now I've got a VR cable on my neck. There's no, like, you know, I can't jump down, I can't jump on. Like, this feels like a hastily designed area, even though it's central. Like, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if there's a, oh, this thing. Okay.
Grief, it's a Vortigaunt.
Like, out of all of these things, you're going to give me that to do. Out of all these buttons.
We have been trapped in the dark.
You're free now. It's okay.
Like, I've walked by 10,000 of these and not opened them.
The Alyx bands. You are our friend.
What are they doing to you here?
What they do.
So my buddy on the radio was telling me something that wasn't even the thing that I should have been trying to do. Thanks, Volvo.
The Combine drain from us the power they use to protect their weapon. There. We are ripped from ourselves.
We have to stop them from killing your friends.
The Vortigaunt will extract ourselves and exact our own vengeance. You must go to the weapon.
Well, I can't get into the vault if the substations are still online.
Do not worry, Alyx fans. They will not be. We will not allow it. I will clear the path.
Great.
Our paths diverge. But remember, there is no distance between us. We are good.
So by
Thanks.
go back inside and disable the power, they meant free the Vortigaunt. Which I guess, in retrospect, is disabling the power. But, like, how am I going to know that? Alright.
We're putting a lot of trust in that Vortigaunt to shut down all the substations.
I trust him.
Yes, me too. Because if he doesn't, well, that vault isn't going anywhere, and we'll be standing there with no vault to break into, surrounded by Combine.
Russ, trusting him is our only plan here. He'll do this.
My tracking seems very jittery. We might have to redo room setup. Look at this.
Fine.
That's not good. Oh, come on, bro. Alright. Come on. I don't understand why there wasn't a battle there, except that this game is for noobs. Alright. Like, fictionally, why? It's, you know, you showed up in the game, it's this police state. They have guards, like, blockading and chasing people down and, like, giant-ass Strider dudes. And then, like, okay, I just did massive damage. I hit the weak spot for massive damage. And, like, there's nobody here. It's just an empty town. I'd rather have this. Alright, well, I guess he wants me to walk in that... Oh, now there's enemies. Way later. Ow. Alright, I should have dodged that. Where'd my nade go? Wait, did I not prime the nade? I never primed the nade, dude. Ow. Dude, why did you pull out a magazine for the wrong gun? What is this?
Alyx? Alyx, you still there?
First the nade didn't go, and then I reached into my backpack. That's the second time that's happened, when I was on the SMG, and I reach into my backpack, and it gives me a mag for the pistol, which is automatic. There's nothing I can do about that, because you don't choose which one you get. I don't understand any of that. I don't know why the nade didn't go. It should be... Whoops, I didn't want that. I wanted that. It should be very straightforward. Okay, so we have to know that as soon as we walk past this invisible marker over here... Alright, well... Try again. Oh, you have to hold. Wait, no, that's... Oh, my finger's on the wrong button. Okay, here's what happened. I adjusted the strap. And so my body thinks this is the bottom button. I don't know if I'm facing the right direction for you to see this, but it thinks this is the bottom button, but this is the bottom button because the angle is way different. Okay, that was frickin' useless. Wow, guys. Give me a break, guys. Alright, so I'm going to swap back to this thing, which... Okay, it gave me the right mag. That's great. Problem is, because I haven't fought these dudes with this weapon, I don't know how much damage it does to them, how many shots, etc. I hate fighting stupid AIs, guys. Wait, he shot me through the wall? What the fuck's going on? What the hell is that? Alright. Because I never shoot the shotgun, I don't know how quickly I can fire it, by the way. Because I've literally never been in a real battle using the shotgun. Oh, come on. Oof. Alright, let's, You sure are giving me a lot of time to heal, which is good, because I can't get the interface to work consistently. So can they, like, I assume they can see me jump like that? And they know when I move? Do I have shotgun remaining? Fuck.
Last floor.
Alright.
Last shot. 3 left.
I guess if you sort of switch... If you switch weapons and pull a mag out at the same time, there's kind of a race condition. And it might have felt to me like I did one or the other first, when I didn't. Dude, managing where I'm standing in my physical room versus where I am with these guys is annoying.
Individual.
Alright.
You are now charged with multiple level 5 activity violation. Please cooperate with ground protection team. Ground protection.
What do you think, Russ?
Alert.
Guess we better cooperate.
Engage.
Yeah, sounds like she means business.
We had a good run.
Cooperate.
Now I wasted all my hypos. Oh, well, we have to find the bug juice first. Ah, there's nothing. Cute. See, they literally, it's so linear. Like the heal station is in the same room as a thing where I have to open the door. Like they couldn't, I don't know. Just, I get tired of it. That's all. All right. Oh, I can't rotate this. Interesting. I don't even know what I'm looking at. Okay, so I want to power this. That's... Whoa. Alright. So I want the yellow to be powered. So I kind of want the power to go straight across. Okay, hold on. So this is okay now. So I can stick my hand on this side. I see. Okay, so we've got, well, like that. Oh, this is for the mod station, not a door. All right. I'm complaining a little bit less, unless it also opens the door. Okay. I mean, what? I guess it's going to add a phase 2. Oh. Now it's the reflecto thing. So I don't, yeah. Great. Okay, let's see what we can do with our thingers. I only have 24. Ugh. All right, can we do something cool with this? Reflex sight, that would help. Laser sight would be better. Extended mag would be way better. Let's see if we can find one more before we do this. No way are we buying anything for the shotgun. Thing's a ripoff. All right, what are the chances that there's one resin out here somewhere? Well, what are the chances that I will find... Ah! Wait. Well, that's a mag, but... there could be a resin in that room too. That should be a cute thing that you could do. Let's go in there. That's where I came from way before. So, I mean, the chances of there being a resin out here are not that high because I should have picked it over before. I mean, I guess they might spawn new ones, but I guess these guys... Oh, they do have loot that I couldn't see. Where's the other guys? That's a zombies. Why wouldn't you put resin in a van? That's what I would do if I was a game designer. I'd put it in the front of the van and you'd have to look through the door. Maybe not. Maybe not. Where'd the other soldiers go? I was fighting them over by some columns, but it wasn't those. Maybe it was. I don't know. Resin? Resin? Resin, please? Ugh. Okay, so this is where I would proceed. I don't have to open a door. I just have to go. I could stand up here and see if there's a resin over the wall. There is. Gamer. Gamer. They probably did that intentionally, which is cool. I mean, not that they knew that I would be down, but, you know, occasionally you might find yourself in this situation. Okay, I think before we move on, I think it's time for a brief VR break. Oh, come on, bro.
You can put that to good use.
I was trying to grab it. If you grab it with the trigger and you hold the trigger down, it just fires. That's very awkward. Okay, laser sight, right. We didn't bother with reflex sight because we'd rather have laser sight for this. Great. All right. Well, break time. All right. I'm not sure if we will do room calibration or not. How are things out there in the world, people? What's going on? Can you heal there? I thought I was healed. Oh no, I'm not totally healed. I mean, health. Like, I've died twice in the whole game, and it was both because of control awkwardness, so, like, I'm not that worried about health. Maybe 3 times. Like, definitely I died once in the explodey barrels. Oh, I died once. I've died twice to monsters, I guess. But it was always because too many things were going wrong in the controls, and I had no idea what the hell was happening. Yeah, switching mics. I know. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. Okay. So I will say the game is a little bit less boring now. I mean, that battle was less boring, but it also, like, I mean, again, would I rather play that than mouse and keyboard shooter? I don't think so. Like, there's a lot of weirdness. Like, you guys, okay, you know, you guys saw the Guardian grid keep popping up because, like, even though I have a way bigger space to play in than most people are going to have, and I end up at the edges of the space all the time, and I think that's natural because you're only going to try to recenter if you hit the edge, and you only know if you hit the edge if you see the grid. So, like, anytime you're actually in the center, the tendency is to drift away, and the tendency is never really to go back to the center unless you're too far out. So I would say that I end up on the edge most of the time, and that's like a fundamental problem with VR games where you move around because it's very awkward. So, like, I'm in this firefight, I'm trying not to hit the wall of my room or a table or something because I'm always on the edge, but then I kind of need to dodge around things. Like, I wanted to play that fight by, like, ducking behind columns and stuff, but, like, I was not in the right position to do that necessarily, and then I'm thinking about that, and then I'm having control problems. So, you know, maybe another generation of VR or two will fix these. But again, if I was designing a game, it would not be like this. It would not be where the boundary of your room is, like, unknown relative to where it's going to be overlaid on the play space. It would very strictly be the obstacles in the play space are in a known place inside your play arena, right? Because then you don't have any of these problems, and you can actually get into, like, the fun part of, you know, doing stuff. Solution of VR treadmill. Yeah, I don't think you need to go that far. You know, like I said, you could just change the game design. Didn't I play a game that generated rooms based on your play area? Yeah, I mean, I don't think it was exactly based on your play area, but it was more like we're constraining the whole map to be inside the play area all the time. When will I give the PowerPoint on this? Probably never. Probably never. So that's definitely one thing I'm learning from playing this game is if I did a first-person shooter in VR, it would have a fixed space level design. It would have to be good, in my opinion. Can you still have open environments? I mean, maybe. Like maybe you teleport, move. You know, you could say maybe the environment is made out of blocks the size of your play space, right? And you can like teleport move between them. And like I would even, because I'm always about gameplay over like other considerations, I would actually have there be tiles on the ground, like so you could see a line, a regular grid all the time of where the play space tiles are laid out in world space. So I know, oh, I can teleport over to that one. And instead of teleport jumping to a random position, you would just be like, I'm teleport jumping to that square, right? And it would show you, you know, your position in world space in your room play area would be a specific position in that space, and you would see where that is, right? And then that would be the teleport motion. I'm actually getting kind of excited to design this game now. And like, why has nobody done this is what I want to know. Because it solves the problem. It gets rid of this weird thing about, I want to use my body and move around, but I can't because I'm at the edge of the play space all the time. You're sad that the previous game you worked on isn't on PC. Oh, that's too bad. What's it on? Oh, PSVR. PSVR is harder because, you know, it doesn't have good positional tracking. So you're limited in what you could do. It's probably hard to implement. It is not hard to implement. It is easier to implement than what they did in this game. Is it an easy idea to have? I don't know. I don't know. I've eaten so many peanut butter M&Ms today, it's crazy. There are tools to let you show the chaperone all the time. I know, but I don't want that. I want it to be the best gaming experience, right? That's like when people tell me, oh, just change these 17 different settings in Visual Studio and then redo it every time you have to install an update. It's like, no, it's their job. How would the tile idea deal with obstacles? They'd be in a different place in each tile. So you teleport into an obstacle. It probably wouldn't let you teleport, right? It probably would go red, like, no, you can't teleport right now until your position is not in an obstacle. Better to put some carpet around the edges of your gaming area so you can feel where the edges are instead of an intrusive in-game thing. That would be good. I mean, if you were really invested in this, that would be a good way to do it, probably. What do I think about the upgrade station unlock puzzles? They're terrible. They need to be cut from the game immediately. They're just bad. They're like what you get when you want something that feels like a puzzle, but you're not willing to make it a puzzle. I would also be interested to watch me make a VR game, but there's just too much going on right now, unfortunately. Does being a game developer rob me of the full enjoyment of the experience? I don't think so. I'm just pickier than many people. You don't think they're meant to be puzzles but more mini games? Okay, but where's the game part of the mini games? Like, could avoid the obstacle problem by only allowing the teleport from certain places. Yeah, that might be. I think it depends on how much clarity you want. Like, if you want extreme clarity, then you even put glowy spots on the floor of your current grid that are like, these are the places you can teleport from, right? And those are guaranteed to be clear in neighboring grids. Can use a quick turn to sort of control the play space? Maybe, but it's hard to think about. Like, the marketing claim of VR, especially room scale VR, is supposed to be that you can naturally move around in the space, right? And in some ways it delivers on that. Like, the hand tracking on this thing is great. Well, it's sort, you know what? Actually, we're going to rerun room setup. Let me, I'm going to exit the game real fast. Oh, well, we'll do it later, but, you know, when things are working well, that part works great, right? The game design part is the part that doesn't work great. And that's why I often say game designers are not doing their job in VR right now. They're not being smart enough about what they design, because these problems are obvious. Like, you see the problem as soon as you try to play one of these games. And this is probably the biggest budget VR game, or the biggest budget VR game made by a real game company, right? And it still has these problems. Like, it's supposed to be a shooter. Well, maybe not, I guess, because there's not that much shooting. But, like, I don't know. I don't know, man. Great. Questions are scrolling off. Do I think a game like Braid would be as successful as it was back in 2008? I don't think so. I think the relative success of that game was partially the time that it was in. In order to have a game as successful now, well, okay, hold on. I'll caveat this in a minute. In order to have a game that's as successful now, it would have to stand out from other games as much as Braid did from other games back then, in terms of being something that people recognize as new and interesting, right? And you can't do that by making an indie art game, because there's lots of indie art games now, right? So you have to do a different thing. That said, the market is bigger now, so you don't need to be as successful relative to other games to make like more money than Braid did, for example, and be able to pay your bills for many years and stuff. So that's a good thing about today. But the bad thing is, of course, as everybody knows, it's very crowded out there and it's hard to get attention. So Alyx was rushed out? No, I don't think Alyx was rushed out. I think they took a long time on it. They just, like I said, I don't think game designers generally are doing a good job in VR. And then Valve does not really believe in game design, in my opinion. So I really don't expect Valve to do the things that need to be done to make VR work. Like, there are certain things that are in Valve's wheelhouse and that they do well, but novel design is not one of them, right? If you look at all the games, right? All the games that they've made since Half-Life 2 were designed by somebody else initially, and then they brought them in-house and polished them up. Every single game. Even before Half-Life 2. So like Team Fortress 2 was designed by somebody outside, and then they hired him. Like, coming up with new ideas of how to do things is not the thing that Valve does. They've never practiced it institutionally, so you can't expect them to do a good job at it. It is simply not, as they say, it is not in their corporate DNA. Did I get to the good part yet? I mean, that last battle was probably the best part of the game so far, but it was a short battle with like 6 enemies, and they came 2 at a time, and I was flailing with the controls half the time. So, but it was still the best part of the game so far. Just getting in the XBLA Summer of Arcade was a huge deal. That is true, but the thing you have to realize is, okay, here's the thing about business, right? The thing about business is these companies are always around, and they want to promote their platform or their system or whatever, right? And they're always just looking for the best opportunity. So if you can provide them with an opportunity to do that, they will want to partner with you in a big way. That's always been true for as long as I've been in the game industry, right? So don't think of it as, oh, you're lucky because you get into this promotion. I mean, part of it is luck because you're not in control of who they pick and whatever. But part of it is being in the right place at the right time with something that other people do not have, right? When I was sitting there with Braid running on the Xbox 360, nobody else had a game like that, right? So it was clearly an interesting thing that they could ship. Right? Back then, like, more than half of the games shipping on Xbox Live Arcade were still arcade games. That's why it was called Xbox Live Arcade. They were like ports of Missile Command and stuff. I don't know of Missile Command specifically, but and so they were looking for things that were not that were like, higher effort games, and Braid was there at the right time for them to pick it up. And so you can do the same thing today. Right? Of course, the good thing about today is that's not even the only thing that you could do. You could just launch your own game and just get people to pay for it over the internet and stuff. Define believing in game design. Valve institutionally, okay, so it's been a long time since I've really interacted with Valve, and they might have changed, but I doubt it, right? So the way that Valve works is you have to be able to defend your idea against the entire company arguing with you, right? And you have to be able to explain logical reasons and data behind why this is the right decision. And first of all, that means you can't really do art, basically, because art is not about having logical reasons for things. Logical reasons for things is engineering, right? So they don't, like, art game is a little bit different from design, but like, you can't do design as art at Valve, right? Valve does consumer product engineering, which is a very different thing. And so when they do game design, what they're really doing is consumer product design. And in fact, they're doing conservative consumer product design because, like I said, they haven't made a new game in like freaking forever, right? They haven't made a new game design that originated in their own company, right? They've released lots of games that did new and interesting things, but they always recognized those from projects other people did and then brought them in-house and polished them up. And to be fair, made them much more commercially palatable and commercially successful than they would have been had those originally teams launched the games, right? So one of the things that Valve does do well is hold games to a relatively high standard in terms of look and feel and polish and all that, provided that they understand the best look and feel and polish in that domain, which I claim they don't in VR yet, right? Because VR is new and they're not that good at new designs. But for traditional gaming, they're very good at honing ideas and making them strong, right? But so when I say they don't believe in game design, I mean that thing about not being constrained to polishing existing design, but being able to have new ideas that you believe are the best way to handle things, right? They just don't believe in that because they'll just kill your idea by fighting with it, or other people will come on and modify it until it's not. Okay, so here's another thing, right? What I learned from doing stuff like The Witness, which is very, very subtle. I also learned this from Braid, but from Witness too. Game designs that are subtle or new or interesting will work or not work based on really small changes that have nothing to do with the core idea, right? So you might think like, oh, this core idea is just broken, like it doesn't work for people. And it's like, oh no, actually, if you change the art style a little bit, people suddenly see the thing that you want them to see, right? Or if you remove this other piece of interactivity that's confusing people, then the main thing will work better. Like all of this like matters tremendously. And so this idea that like you can do the original idea and then collect metrics and prove out whether it's a good idea or not based on the initial metrics is not right. Sometimes you have to fight and fight and fight to make something good all the way until ship. And you can't do that if everybody else in the company is trying to prevent you from doing that because they don't believe in game design, right? So, that's why I don't work at Valve, among other reasons. Do I think it's possible to configure a large company to incentivize creativity in art, or is that functionally impossible? I don't know. It might be functionally impossible. There are definitely companies that think they do that. So like Pixar says they do that, and they're not even that big, right? Pixar says they do that, but again, what it looks to me like Pixar does is consumer product design, right? Not really art in the same way. I mean, definitely, again, there's that dimension of physical or of visual art or visual craftsmanship that's definitely strong in Pixar movies. But like, even is it exactly art in the same way? It's not free. Like, I think art needs to be free to be what it wants to be. And you can't do that at that budget level, I don't think. So I'm not sure it's possible. Unless, like, if you were just fueled by a massive endowment and you just were willing to burn the money, you could do it, but nobody's going to do that. Is there any game or other entertainment company that doesn't do consumer product engineering? Well, lots of independent game developers don't do consumer product engineering. It's just, what we're saying is once you get higher in budget, that becomes more rare. Because people want to make their money back and they get conservative, right? Do I mind making the camera bigger when I'm just chatting? We should probably go back and do more gameplay. Right? I don't need to rant about other game development companies. It's not necessary, honestly. Any questions about the game before I go back in? Let me turn on some lights in here. The webcam seems to be tracking very brightly so far, but I feel like that's going to fall apart soon. people keep asking why I'm not using continuous movement instead of teleport. So I tried, there's like 3 options, right? There's teleport, there's shift, and then there's continuous. And I tried shift when I first started, and it was making me kind of motion sick. So I decided that teleport was the safest. I haven't really been motion sick since then. I don't know if that was exactly the problem or if it was me being acclimated to the game or doing VR for the first time in months. I don't know, but I'm just going to leave it teleport. Because honestly, I don't know. What do I think of the numerous physics objects littered everywhere? I could do without it. Are the old Half-Life games objectively better than Alyx, or is that just a nostalgia-fueled view? I think relative to their time, they were better than Alyx. Like, again, so, I just said negative things about Valve, right? But the thing you have to realize is for Half-Life and then the Orange Box time frame, which was Half-Life 2, Portal, and Team Fortress 2, is that right? Those games were amazing. They amazed every other game developer, and they redefined what it was to be trying to make video games. Like, they were that much better than what else was out, okay? This game isn't that. This game is a mildly polished VR experience that had some money spent on it. Like, I'm not sitting here going, oh my God, this is astonishing, the way that I, Dude, when the Half-Life 2 video came out, which was like the year before the game actually came out, game developers were watching it going like, they had like a live playthrough at some conference that the video was going around. It was like 20 minutes. Like, game developers were looking at that going like, holy shit, this game looks amazing. How do we deal with this, right? They didn't amaze Looking Glass. That's Half-Life 1, not Half-Life 2. Yeah, okay. That's fair. Like, Looking Glass was one of the only other game companies doing games that had like legitimately complex backstories, for example, right? Yeah. Anyway, the point being, those games were very high tier when they came out. They were top games. This game, it's all right. I don't even like it at all, but I can see why some people are into it, and it's fine, right? It's getting 92 Metacritic. Like, Half-Life and Half-Life 2, when they came out, would have been like 98, 99, 100 Metacritic. That's like how universally praised they were. I don't know what their Metacritic score is today. Anyway, but if you go back and play Half-Life 2 now, like, I was watching a streamer stream Half-Life 2, it's like not that good, which is maybe a sign that games have gotten a lot better. Like, the writing is really not that good. The voice acting is really, it's kind of okay, but it's not that good. It really, like, in retrospect, it's not as good as it was at the time. And so, it might be that the writing for this game is objectively better than the writing in Half-Life 2, even though, for its time, Half-Life 2 was amazing. Do I think games today could still have the potential to wow us like the old Valve games did? Yes, they could. Yes, they could. It just requires somebody to come along to have the idea of how to do that. It is absolutely possible. How long do I plan to stream? I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if I get tired, if I reach the end of the game. Unclear. What was the last game I played with that wow effect? I don't know. Might have been Half-Life 2. It depends on what wow effect you mean. Like, there's different wow effects. Like, wow, this game is really astonishing. Like, Steven's Sausage Roll did that for me, or like Opus Magnum did that to a degree. I said all this last night, so I don't want to belabor it. But, and those are relatively recent games. But like yeah, I don't know. Maybe that's fair. Maybe I should just put those in the list. What about Breath of the Wild? I think that's a bad game. I don't understand why people like it. Obra Dinn was pretty close. Yeah, I could see that. I had a lot of frustrating times with Obra Dinn. I feel like an Obra Dinn 2 that like did the same game, but like with a lot more learning from the first game incorporated could be like that could be a big hit that a lot of people are into, you know. I think you would have to ditch the weird indie art style, which I know why Lucas did that, right? Because you could make things look good without sinking a budget in. But like, if you did Obra Dinn with, I'm just going to say a nicer art style, an art style that doesn't fight with the game design so much. Let's say that, and just incorporating all the learning that you could have from the first game, that could be a high selling game, like high. Because everybody understands murder mysteries. Everybody wants to explore. Everybody likes stories, right? And so you put all those things together, and it could be really good, honestly. When are puzzle adventure games going to make a comeback? I don't know. I would like to play more puzzle adventure games. Okay, I'm going to go rerun room setup and stuff, but if somebody for next break, if anyone wants to recommend me any new puzzle adventure games that might have come out that I didn't know about, because like I played like Superliminal and Manifold Garden and what was that other one? I don't know, some other game. But there might be a bunch that came out on Steam that I don't know about. Like, so sometimes they're not even well known. So like Quern, for example, a lot of the puzzles were so-so, but enough of it was good that I'm glad I played it, you know? So if anyone knows anything like approximately as good as Quern or better, that would be great. Abduction I played. Have I tried The Pedestrian? I don't remember. I might have. Is that a Quern recommendation? It depends on how much you like adventure games. If you're not into adventure games, it is not a Quern recommendation. If you do like adventure games, then yeah. I mean, there's some cool stuff in it. There's also just a lot of puzzles that are just like, okay, whatever. This is a generic adventure game puzzle. Okay, don't give me the names now because I'm going to rerun room setup and get back in the game. But give them to me later, or whisper them to me if you're going to leave the chat. Microphone back on the HMD. We're going to re-turn on our controllers. We are going to run room setup. Okay, wait. We're gonna exit Life Balance formally before we run room setup. If I could figure out where I can stand. Okay, we're going to have to get rid of my chair here. Like, okay, anyone out there who's going to design a VR game, if you do something like this, you know, this part of the space that I'm looking into, that I'm lost inside, should like have arrows pointing me in the direction to go to get back in. Because if I'm way out and I put on the helmet, I don't really know. I guess now that I've thought about this enough, that this half sphere points me in the way, I guess, and then I can sort of see. But this is really confusing, right? I don't know if you guys are seeing. Yeah, you guys are. This is really confusing. There should just be arrows saying, go that way to get back in, right? And then I eventually can. Okay. All right. My chair. Okay, let's run room setup. Like how, I mean, this is what I'm talking about, right? Valve put all this money into the game, And it's like confusing if you're ever inside a wall. Like, really? Really? That's not a hard problem to solve. All right. Room setup. How do we do this? Room setup. Again. Like, what? All right. Room scale. I wish I didn't have to do this whole thing. I wish I could just, like... Okay. Advanced mode just lets me click the trigger at the corners. So we're going to do that instead of puttering around. So, like, corner.